Every options course teaches you to use delta to measure your risk. Sell a 20 delta put, they say. That means you got an 80% chance of the option expiring worthless. That means you win 80% of the time. That's your safety number, they say. But delta doesn't tell you how much capital you're putting at risk to earn that premium. And the moment you look at what you're actually risking relative to what you're collecting, what traders call return on collateral, you'll see trades that look almost identical on a delta basis that are completely different in terms of what the market is actually telling you about the risk involved. Delta is the probability estimate. Return on collateral is the market's honest opinion. Here's the core calculation first, because it's simple and everything else builds from it. At least it does for me. Return on collateral is just premium collected divided by collateral required. When you sell a cash secured put, your broker holds cash equal to the strike price times 100 shares, right? That's your collateral. It's the money at risk if the position goes fully against you. If you sell a put with a $30 strike and collect $90 in premium, your collateral is $3,000. Your return on collateral is 90 cents divided by $30 or 3% for that cycle. If you sell a put on a different stock at a $30 strike and collect $300 in premium for the same cycle length, your return on collateral is $3 divided by 30 or 10%. Same strike price, same collateral amount. Very, very different return on collaterals. Now here's the question. Why is the second trade paying 10% when the first one is paying 3%? The market isn't being generous. The market is telling you something very specific about what it thinks could happen here. Here's the framework that changes, at least how I evaluate every put or call that I consider. The options market is priced by millions of participants, professional traders, institutions, algorithms, who collectively have more information than any of us. When a put on one stock pays 3% for the cycle and a put on another stock pays 10% for the same cycle length and same collateral, the market is not making an error. It is pricing in its collective assessment of how likely something bad is going to happen. The higher the return of collateral, the more the market believes something bad could really happen. High return on collateral is not the market rewarding you for being smart, okay? It is the market compensating you for accepting risk that most informed participants have decided isn't worth taking. This reframes how I look at the premium entirely. Low ROC on a quality stock means the market considers it stable. It doesn't need to offer much to attract a put seller because the risk is genuinely low. High ROC on a speculative name means the market is offering more because it has to. The probability of a bad outcome is real enough that sellers need to be compensated significantly just to take the other side of the trade. When I see an unusually high return on collateral, my first question isn't, should I take this? It's, what does the market know that I might not? Let's talk about the comparison that really makes this real here. Let me put two real types of trades side by side so you can see exactly what this looks like in practice. Trade one, a stable consumer staples company at 28 a share. The 30-day put at 25 strike collects 60 cents. Collateral, 2,500. Return on collateral, 2.4%. Trade two, high volatility tech name at 28 a share. Same price, same collateral. 30 delta put at $25 strike collects 280. Return on collateral, 11.2%. Same stock price, same strike distance. The second trade pays nearly 5 times more. Why? Because the tech name moves 15 to 20% in a month on a regular basis. The consumer staples company almost never moves. The market isn't paying you extra for the tech name out of generosity. It's pricing in the real possibility that the stock lands at 22, 20 or lower by expiration. The premium is accurate. If you use only delta to evaluate these trades, they look similar. Same 20 delta, same 80% probability of expiring worthless. Return on collateral instantly shows you they are not similar at all. Here's the sweet spot range in my personal opinion, and this is the practical question. If high ROC is a warning sign and low ROC is too little income, where do we go? For the Ark strategy, I look for a return on collateral roughly between 2.5% to 5% per cycle on monthly options. Below 2%, the premium doesn't really justify the collateral commitment. There are better uses of that capital in my opinion. Above 5-6% on a quality stock, I start asking what the market knows that's driving this premium up. Occasionally, there are some legitimate reasons for elevated ROC on a quality stock, a broad market correction, a sector-wide sell-off that pulled a good company down unfairly, a temporary situation that the business will recover from. In those cases, higher ROC can be a genuine opportunity for sure, but it requires understanding why the premium is elevated, not just seeing a big number and selling. The market's elevated premium is almost always accurate over time. The instances where it's wrong are specific and require some real conviction to take advantage of. Now, if this is all kind of sounding foreign to you, and if you're a beginner and you want to kind of get into this whole wheel strategy world, click the first link in the description of today's video. It'll take you to the Ark Options workshop. I break everything down in plain, easy to understand English. It's only 90 minutes long. You'll get my 15 favorite stocks all under 30 bucks, my full trade log template, as well as my full 2 income calculators to keep yourself nice and organized. So make sure to watch that training after today's video. It'll be the first link in the description of today's video. But let's talk about the delta problem in some plain terms here. Here's why delta alone misses literally all of this. Delta, as we know, measures probability based on a model that assumes the stock will continue behaving the way it has recently. For stable, low volatility stocks with predictable price behavior, the model works reasonably well. For high volatility names, though, the model is working from a distribution of past moves that includes very, very large ones, which is exactly why the premium is higher. The 20 delta on both stocks is mathematically similar, but the actual shape of what bad outcome looks like is completely different. For the stable company, the 20% of the time the puts end in the money might mean 5% decline past the strike. For the volatile tech name, it could mean a 40% gap down on a single piece of news. Delta tells you the probability of being wrong. Return on collateral tells you what the market thinks the magnitude of being wrong could actually look like. Delta is a probability number. It's useful and worth knowing for sure, but by itself, it leaves out the single most important piece of information: how much you're earning relative to what you're putting at risk. Return on collateral answers that question for us immediately. It tells us what the market thinks this trade is worth, and by extension, what the market thinks the risk is. Trades with very high ROC are not free money. They are trades the market has priced to reflect genuine risk of a significant adverse outcome. Using both of these together, delta for probability, return on collateral for risk calibration, gives you a much more complete picture than either does alone. The trades that make sense are the ones where the ROC is in a reasonable range on a stock that you've independently evaluated as quality. Some questions for you guys as always in the comments. We always have good combos down there. Number one, have you ever calculated a return on collateral on your past trades? And if so, did you notice a pattern between high ROC trades and the ones that literally gave you the most trouble? Let me know down below. Number two, what range do you currently aim for on premium as a percentage of collateral? Or have you been focusing on premium in raw dollar terms without really thinking about it as a ratio? And drop those below. And if you want my ROC calculators, my trade log templates, my 15 favorite stocks all under $30, and 90 minutes of training, click the first link in the description of today's video. You'll get all of that stuff for free at the end of the Ark Options workshop. As always, guys, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.